This is just disrespectful. Just really disrespectful, man. Really disrespectful. Before some people come for me, because we live in a world where we all have our own opinion, our own thoughts, to bring it out for people to listen, so that we can be able to debate respectfully. And if some people don't agree with me, you can leave it down in the comment down below. I mean, we could also debate to come into an understanding. But I just think what UFC are doing with Arman Tsarukyan is a little bit disrespecting. You literally just have this guy for 10 months without fighting. Although what happened between him and Islam wasn't actually his fault, he got injured. Injury is inevitable. Injury is something that comes. We can avoid it, yes, but this one that happened to Arman Tsarukyan was unavoidable. He had a back injury. You're fighting Islam, you have to be very well prepared. Maybe during those preparations, he got injured and things didn't work out well, and that's why he cut off the fight. And UFC have been treating this guy really, really bad, man. I don't really like what they did recently. No disrespect. I was excited when I had the fight of Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. I was super excited for that fight. I was honestly excited. And it's, for me, going to be one of the fight of the year. 2026, mark my word, this one is going to be spectacle. When you talk about spectacular fighters, Justin Gaethje is up to one, two, three top fighters in the world who gives you absolutely exceptional fight. But when I heard about what they are fighting for, I got really, really weird feeling. I had a really salty feeling about this. I accept that this fight is being made, but I don't accept on what terms they are fighting. And when I heard about interim, I was like, what do you mean interim? Like, what is Dana White saying here, interim? Most people don't know what interim means. It's like champion before a champion. So you're talking about somebody, let's say for example, this fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett, one of them win that fight. It's definitely inevitable that the winner of that fight is going to face the champion. So we are telling ourselves that this fight is a #1 contender fight. I am honestly happy about this fight. I really, really think that this is one of the best fights of the year. I am really excited for this fight. But the reason that they are fighting for an interim belt, I think Dana White has to look into this very well. I think it's just a little bit disrespect, not just to the fighter himself, to the work he has already put in, to the suffering he has already had during this injury, and to the backlash of the comments and people bashing him for not showing up in that fight against Islam Makhachev. I'm talking about Arman Tsarukyan here. This guy literally dominated, not just dominated, ragdolled a big-time contender in Dan Hooker just 2 weeks ago, and still came out looking fresh. And I thought this was going to be him fighting for the belt next. Honestly, he had one thing to do and he executed it well, perfectly. And he called for the belt. And this guy was ready. He just didn't finish the fight perfectly well. He was ready for January, where we thought Ilia Topuria would be ready to fight. And I got to notice recently that Paddy Pimblett was the one that was supposed to fight Ilia Topuria in January. But they just want to see what is going to happen with Arman Tsarukyan and Dan Hooker. And to Dana White's greatest surprise, Arman Tsarukyan defeated Dan Hooker in a clean fashion and was ready for January fight. Unfortunately, Ilia Topuria pulled out of January because he had a personal issue with his wife and all this. We're not going to get into that. It's just something understandable, and I believe two factors are playing here why that made Ilia Topuria move out of January. One, we don't understand his situation with the wife and his family. That's one. And number two, you guys should not forget that there is a White House card coming later in the year, and that is when Ilia Topuria will want to come back. And they are looking for him, for Islam, looking for an opponent. So I don't know what is Ilia Topuria trying to do here, but I just wish him the best, and I hope what he's planning works and everything that he had with his family should be sorted out and stuff like that. But that doesn't stop the fact and make us forget that Arman Tsarukyan should be the rightful #1 contender here. not Paddy the Pimblet, no Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje just lost to Max Holloway. Yes, it wasn't reckoned that he was fighting for a #1 contender, understandably well. But Max Holloway lost to Ilia Topuria. And Paddy the Pimblet has just defeated Chandler in a spectacular fashion. And Paddy the Pimblet hasn't even lost. So this fight has everything to be one of the best fights of the year, if not the best fight of the year. I was really excited for this fight. I was honestly excited for this fight. And I am still excited for this fight, let's be honest here. But I don't agree on the reason, on what is at stake of these two both fighters. It's like a big slap on the face to Arman Tsarukyan, which has nothing to do. He doesn't have anything to do because he's just one of the fighters in the UFC. And he just has to accept that the company is working in a different way compared to him. One thing is you have a goal as a fighter. Another thing is the company, does he see the same goal the way you see it? Which is understandable. Every company is doing things that is going to be best for them. We all know that Ilia Topuria versus Paddy the Pimblet will sell much more than Ilia Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan. But I remember the words of Dana White. He said in UFC, the best fight the best. And currently the best person to fight Ilia Topuria right now, it has to be nobody than Arman Tsarukyan. It has to be Arman Tsarukyan. I just think that it's a little bit disrespect for this guy. So that's off the plate now. Let's just shift it to the fight itself. I mean, guys, if you're talking about spectacle, if you're talking about fight that is going to deliver, if you're talking about two big, massive superstars in the UFC, to start the year, fireworks to start the year, this is the fight. Paddy the Pimblet, Justin Gaethje. These two is not going to be boring. 100%. I think one person is going down. I don't know who's going to win. I know there's a big favorite fighter here. I know there's somebody that has been given the favorite here, which is Paddy Pimblet. Everybody else is giving him the favorite to win this fight. But you never know what Justin Gaethje you're going to get. That is why we all have to tune in to watch this fight. This fight is going to be mind-blowing. Exceptionally mind-blowing. And this fight is not going to end 5 rounds. I think this fight is going to be ended in the first to the third round. And Justin Gaethje is not the person that goes back. Justin Gaethje goes forward. Paddy the Pimblet too goes forward. These are two exciting fighters. I am really excited for the fight. Although I really got shocked about what they were fighting for. If it was just two people fighting for the #1 spot of the fight between Arman Tsarukyan and Ilia Topuria, then I will understand. But then why just made it worse and just give them the interim belt like Arman Tsarukyan doesn't exist? I honestly don't understand. I wish the UFC look into this very well and do what is right, because what is right is for these people to give us a spectacle without anything to it. Let them be free. Let them fight that fight we wanted to see, because Paddy the Pimblet, as exciting as he is, he has to fight the top 3. And Justin Gaethje has already said he wants to fight for the belt. So these two are very, very beautiful matchups. So whoever wins should fight against Ilia Topuria or Arman Tsarukyan for the belt, not them being the interim belt. There's no supposed to be an interim belt because Ilia Topuria is not going for a long time. We don't know when it's going to come, but definitely it's not going to stay until June. I think Ilia Topuria will be on that White House card. That's my own instinct. But I'm excited for this fight. Are you excited for this fight? And also, do you agree with me that this fight shouldn't be for the interim belt? Because it's just a slap to the face to Arman Tsarukyan and the work he and his team has already put in throughout these months and these years. Guys, let me know if you reason with me. Let me know if what I'm saying makes sense to you guys. And leave a comment down below on what you think about this fight. Like, subscribe, let your people share them. Let your friends know that there's a new channel in town and we are giving you the best content out there. Remember, it doesn't grow without you guys. Click the like button and I will see you in the next video. Peace.